Hello everybody, I'm PoisonKitty.
And I'm Houkou 16.
And together we are twin from another sin.
So I went to England and we Skyped a lot.
Yeah.
Which is big because I normally, if I go away, I lose contact with people.
Yeah.
That's just how I am. I try not to, but it's hard. And then came Christmas time, more like November, where I was fired from the family I was at.
Yeah.
Not because I was bad, they just didn't have the money for me anymore. I luckily found another family I could travel to after Christmas, so the whole December I was at home.
And the other family was half Danish.
And the new family I was going to was half Danish.
Yeah.
So I came home for Christmas.
Yes. And I was so delighted.
Yeah, I think many people were.
Yeah.
I mean, it was me. I came home. And my family is very traditional, so that I was home for Christmas was a delight for my family.
Yeah. And it was also the first time where I stayed for longer at your mom's house.
Yeah.
I had been there once before when we went to our first convention together, but that was only for one night.
Yeah.
So here I stayed a whole weekend.
Yeah. And we played Kingdom Hearts for the first time because I have found the first game.
I had the second game.
I found the first game in England.
And so we spent basically all the time playing Kingdom Hearts because we wanted to get through the game.
Yeah, and we voice acted all.
Yeah.
And I was for some reason Donald.
Yeah, and I was Goofy. We didn't make it all the way through the first game, but it was really close.
It was really close.
Then she went back to England.
Mm-hmm.
And then skip forward some months. Again, we Skyped. Continued to Skype a lot. And then we skipped forward some months. And then came, to the cinemas came Deadpool.
Yeah.
And we were a bit annoyed that we couldn't watch it together.
Yeah.
So we had to find other people. No, you went alone to watch it.
I went for the first time in my whole life alone to the cinema.
Yeah, and I found a friend who wanted to watch it with me.
I went to the cinema for the first time alone in a whole new country.
Yes. And we did not plan when we were going to watch it. None of us knew when the other person was going to watch it.
We didn't even know that each other was going to watch it.
No, actually not. So I wrote to Houkou like 10 minutes before my movie started that I was going to watch Deadpool now. And then she replied saying, I'm going to watch Deadpool now. So I think we watched it like 10 minutes apart from each other.
5 minutes apart from each other.
And having no idea about it up until that moment. So that was a bit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Also, while Houkou was in England, I got a boyfriend, whom I will call Simon. Of course, not his name, but yeah. And I was really happy about that. So I had something to do for the last couple of months before you came back. We also talked about, for those couple of months before you got back, that we would actually live together.
Yeah.
Because you knew where you would study.
I knew that I would go back to Aalborg.
Yeah.
And study.
Yeah.
And she lived there already and studying.
Yeah.
So I decided I want to go back.
So we started looking for an apartment as well.
I started looking by myself, and then it was just like you could use your already account to make us both search for a bigger one, and then you got further ahead because of it.
Yeah. So, yeah, we were crazy searching for an apartment.
Together.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy thing is we only really known each other for a year. Because I don't know if Skyping counts at that point.
Like, of course we became also still, we got to know each other still better.
Yeah,
also over Skype, of course. So,
but still.
Also one point that I forgot, while you were in England, I went to a convention without Houkou, of course.
Okay, I also went to convention without her.
But that is not a thing. This is a thing. Because this was Koyokon.
This was Comic-Con.
I mean, it's not a thing for us because we don't do it. But this is a thing for us because I started going to Koyokon, told Houkou that was an amazing con, and then we started to go to it afterwards every year.
And that is the con we need to go to every year because it's close to both of us, and it's easy to get to, and it's Houkou.
So yeah, that is the best con in Denmark.
In our opinion.
Yeah. So at the end of Houkou's au pair trip in England, I came to visit her.
Yay!
And we did a lot of things. We went to the zoo, and we went into Piccadilly Circus and walked around looking in all of the stores. And we also went to this restaurant called Hollywood, where we got this crazy dessert.
Yeah, and we went to the dungeons.
Oh yeah, London Dungeon.
Dungeons.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
that was really good.
And of course, 2 Harry Potter fans can be in England without going to Harry Potter. And took a crazy lot of pictures.
Yeah, and spent a lot of money.
Just that day.
And we also bought the jelly beans, of course.
Yeah. And then we played War.
Yeah,
with cards.
I don't know if that is what it's called in English, but it is a card game where you can lose or win quite easily. So every time one of us lost a round, we had to eat a jelly bean.
Yeah, and if you won, you could take an M&M.
Yeah, because we went to the M&M store as well.
Yeah, and we found out that M&M with dark chocolate is disgusting.
Yeah, it's not as good as the rest.
No.
So stay away from it.
Not recommended.
It was also during this trip that we came up with this name.
Yeah, we sat in the bus, and it was me that came out with it.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
I think we were talking like, sister from another mister and brother from another mother, and then you just all of a sudden said
twin from another sin.
I was
and we was just like, yeah, we were, but I was also looking a bit around because most of our talk were in Danish, so people didn't understand that much.
Yeah.
But twin from another sin is something British people understand, and
yeah,
I was just like who heard that and found it very weird.
But that was when we settled on that would be our performance name.
Yeah.
So
together.
Yeah, it didn't matter if it would be on YouTube or if it would be on the stage at a convention or anything.
Yeah, it was mostly, at this point, it was mostly on a stage at a convention, and we haven't done that yet for some reason.
We're gonna do that next year.
Yeah, next year. Hopefully.
Then
I came home.
Yeah, to Denmark.
And we lived in Poison's apartment, the one she already lived in, and that was a 1-room bedroom.
Yeah, 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
And we lived there together for 3 months.
That was hard.
I think the only reason that we really pulled through was that we didn't really have any weekends together.
Yeah, we had like 1 weekend in those 3 months that we both were there.
Yeah, and that was it.
Yeah.
Also in the time where we lived there, we were also at our first Danish Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
In Copenhagen.
Yeah, and that also helped a little bit because that was a big house just to us.
Yeah, it was some friends of my family who would lend us their house because they were not home. And I was like, yay! So we stayed there and went to the Comic-Con and were dressed as Harry Potter house characters.
Yeah, for the Saturday.
Yeah.
Sunday I was Yato from Noragami.
Yeah, I was still Slytherin. I was Slytherin the whole weekend.
Yeah, I weren't.
Then we got the very good news that we could move into a 2-bedroom apartment in November.
Yes! It was very nice and we quickly got to move.
Yes, and just for a story here, when we got the keys to the apartment, our landlord he went outside, and then we went into our separate bedrooms and
we had already discussed who would have which room.
Yeah, and then we closed the doors, and then we were just in there screaming like, "Yay! We're finally by ourselves!"
I laid down on the floor.
Yeah, and then came a knock on the door. It was our landlord. He had forgotten something, so we were a little bit embarrassed if he had heard that. Because we screamed quite loudly.
Yeah.
We were just so happy that we finally got our own rooms.
Yeah. because we slept right beside each other
for 3 months.
And in a very small apartment.
Yeah, but around 25 square meters. So yeah, but it was with kitchen and bathroom too. So yes.
So it was really small.
Yeah. And our new apartment soon got very messy with all of our moving boxes. So we decided to take a break from that.
And go to the cinema.
Yeah, to watch Doctor Strange.
Which is your mom.
Yeah. My mom, who's a doctor, and middle name is Strange. It's so hilarious, seriously. I'm never getting tired of that joke.
Nope, neither am I. So we got to watch Doctor Strange.
Yeah, so you can guess this is at the end of 2016. And then we started going to Koyokon together.
Yeah.
Because Houkou was back in Denmark and we started going to cons together again.
Then we held a moving party.
Yeah, at the start of 2017. Yeah.
And as the introvert I didn't invite anyone.
No, you didn't have a lot of friends either.
No.
So I invited a lot of my friends.
So I got to meet her friends.
Yes.
And became friends with her friends.
Yeah. So now we're all friends.
Yay!
And we also, during this time where we lived together, we basically used Houkou's room as a living room where we ate dinner almost every night. Unless she was in a very bad mood.
At this point, with the move-in party, which is fun because it was the move-in party. But Poison had already, at this point, decided that you were going to Odense.
Yeah, that is right.
Because at the move-in party, I had to go out with the trash at some point, and one of her friends walked with me, and I just cracked down.
Aww.
Yeah. This is the person that she shipped me with for some time.
Oh, right. That guy.
That person.
See, I had come to this big decision around Christmas that I would move back to Odense and just study chemistry for my master. Because I didn't feel like I could get what I wanted from Aalborg University.
Yeah. I did get that.
Yeah.
I was just sad.
I'm just explaining what happened.
Yeah.
And I had no idea that she actually cracked down.
No. But I did.
Not until right now.
No.
And now I feel a bit bad. Anyways, the rest of the time where we lived together was used on board games and conventions, and I also made my first cheesecake, which has become a thing.
Yeah.
I make cheesecake a lot now.
Where's my cheesecake?
And we also started going to Werewolf together.
Yeah, we can kind of say it like that because it was every other Wednesday.
Yeah.
Was it Wednesday? No, it was Thursday.
Well, we started going to Werewolf, which is the card game.
I'm really bad at it, but I still find it fun.
And I am pretty good at it. I can trick Houkou anytime.
Yeah. I'm just like, okay, I don't care. I'm just trusting Poison no matter
so trusting. So trusting. I have killed her several times. And then we also got to watch the Black Butler movie together before I moved out.
That was a fun trip, and I'm still sad I don't have the movie. I really need to get that.
I'm a bit sad that we hadn't made any cosplays for it.
Yeah, that is one of the animes we have talked about for the longest time to make cosplays.
We have talked about it since 2015 and we still haven't done it.
Yeah, and it's mostly because it's hard cosplays.
Yeah, I want to be Undertaker.
Yeah, and I want to be Shield.
Yeah. But yes, we have been talking about that for 5 years now. Then we also started celebrating
the longest day of the year.
Yeah, Sankt Hans, we call it here in Denmark.
Yeah, where we burn a witch on the fire.
Yeah, a fake one, of course.
No, we burn a witch on the fire.
That was an old thing.
That is a real fire.
It is a real fire, but it's not a real witch. It's just a random peasant. Jokes aside, we started celebrating that in Aalborg Zoo.
Yeah.
Which is very nice. And then I moved to Odense.
We will hear more about what happened with the friendship after PoisonKitty moved to Odense in the next video. See you then!